Hello, I'm Ben and welcome to Memory Cards, the show where we take a look back at the long history of gaming to find out what happened this week. Let's have a look. First up, and Yoshi's Story was released this week all the way back in 1998. That's 20 whole years ago for you maths nerds! That's right. It was released on the Nintendo 64, served as a sequel to the SNES title Yoshi's Island, and fell under the genre of high-score chasing platformer. It featured pre-rendered 3D graphics that aimed to illustrate worlds crafted from different materials, such as cardboard, fabrics, and wood, and doesn't that sound familiar? Unfortunately, it wasn't a runaway critical success, but as it was produced by Nintendo, there's probably someone out there who thinks it's infallible. Also on the agenda this week is the Tomb Raider reboot, which hit most platforms 5 years ago, and it's hard to argue with its success. Gone were Lara's more cumbersome assets, and we were instead treated to a far more realistic adventure akin to an Uncharted game. You could travel between camps, level various skills up with the title's RPG elements, and brutally kill people! Which was a little odd, given that Tomb Raider was meant to be an underdog origin story, but then it would flit gleefully from terrified cutscene Lara to stony-faced remorseless killer Lara, which is fine. It would go on to receive a definitive edition release the following year and a full-blown sequel the year after that. Perhaps most impressively, so strong is the new series that Warner Bros. Decided to give the film franchise another bash with an Alicia Vikander-fronted effort based on the rebooted game out, well, next week actually. No idea if it's any good though. Finally this week, the third ever Smash Bros. Game was released in 2008 in the form of Wii-exclusive Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Being the first series entry since 2001, it's fair to say people were quite keen, and so to give it every advantage, Brawl was the first title to feature third-party fighters from outside of Nintendo's usual suspects lineup. Solid Snake and Sonic were the big new additions, and just look at them go! It sold about 5.4 million units and averaged 93% on Metacritic, the highest of the entire series. So there we go, another quick look back at this week in the history of gaming. Make sure you subscribe to the Vidiots YouTube channel for more like this, and like this video. I've been Ben, and thank you for watching.